Good evening. Welcome back. It's a beautiful Thursday here in Atlanta, Georgia. You're tuned in right now to These Urban Times and Live Hip Hop Daily presents Sideline Stories. It's so great to be with you, gentlemen, on this beautiful Thursday, May 14th. Thanks for rolling. The world, well, not the world, let me not say that. It appears as if the United States is is trying to attempt to reopen. So we'll see how these things go yeah, sadly, over the next few weeks, we'll talk about that in a while. I'm joined, as always, by my partners, Brandon and Craig, and we got our EPH in the building or in his home as well as we continue to all quarantine, stay home, and try to stay safe out here. But we're going to start off and get right into some NBA action because although the NBA playoffs are not currently in action, which we would be getting this time of year, we'd be in about the semifinals right now, getting ready to move into the Western and Eastern Conference Finals in the next few weeks and prepare for the NBA Finals that will normally take place in the beginning of June. We're not there right now, though, of course, as we all know. And, earlier this week, we actually just reached over 60 days, over officially 2 months, where we didn't have any of the four major sports in North America take place. That's any NFL, NBA, NHL, or MLB action. Um, but as far as the NBA is concerned, they are looking for ways to possibly reopen. We'll talk about that briefly in a moment. But to start off, the NBA is switching some things up and kind of returning to its essence, if that makes sense. Now, many of us who have grown up playing the game of basketball have grown up knowing about Spalding. And Spalding's have been the official ball for the NBA for about the past 34, 40 years, somewhere in that time range. But beginning very soon, starting in the 2021, 2021-22 NBA season, the 2022 WNBA season, the 2021 NBA G League season, and the 2021 NBA 2K League season. The NBA and their partners, and excuse me, I don't want to leave out Basketball Africa League, the Basketball Africa League that will take place over in Africa. It'll be their inaugural season actually in
Hey,
2022. They'll all be now switching and converting to Wilson. They'll all be switching and converting over to Wilson and using the Wilson basketball. And it'll actually be the 2021-22 season will also be the 75th anniversary of the NBA. So that'll be pretty
well,
unique to see, yeah, to see them switch and go. Now, the NBA has released a statement and they say the partnership with Wilson returns us to our roots as we plan for the future. Wilson was, this is a little dirty fact for all of our sports and NBA lovers out there. Wilson was the first official basketball of the NBA. For the NBA's first 37 seasons, Wilson was the basketball of the NBA. They began a partnership in 1946, and then things died down, and then Spalding took over. The Spalding Company, of course, they made a statement. Spalding was founded in 1894. They made a statement saying, of course, they've been supplying the game of basketball for years. They had their company for almost 100 years before even forming a partnership with the NBA, and they'll look to continue to outfit and produce products that athletes across the world do love. Now, it's been pretty mixed reviews on social media about what's the direction that the NBA is going. Some people are like, the leather and the feel of the Spartan, they won't be able to get over that. I've seen a lot of people talking about the evolution ball as far as Wilson goes and what the technique is for that. Brandon, I want to start with you. Of course, no pun intended. You've had your hand on a lot of the Spartan balls uh, over your
pause.
over your years coming up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, being a ball boy in the NBA. So, what are your thoughts on it? And have you ever heard any players complaining or speaking on how much they enjoyed the Spartan ball? Do you think it has any severe impact on gameplay in the NBA?
The only time that I can remember the players not really liking the basketball when they made that change, like, was 5, 6 years ago. When they tried to make the change with the basketball, it was brighter orange, and the design was a little different.
I remember.
It was a little slicker, and that lasted probably all of 20 some games. The players hated it. It was slick. They didn't really like the grip of it, and I think like on second half, I think it was after Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. The NBA changed back to the old leather, the darker looking basketballs, and it's been rocking since then. And I've been seeing on social media some players haven't been really too fond of it. I mean, I see Kevin Durant wasn't really happy. Some other players weren't really happy because they were used to the Spalding. Only time you've been playing with Wilson for real was in college or in high school. So that's a known fact. I didn't know that Wilson was the first original NBA basketball, but Wilson basketballs are usually cool, but they're used to the Spalding. I mean, if you play in the league, that's what been used to. So it'll probably be a dramatic change, like usual. They're gonna probably take some used to getting used to, but we'll see. I mean, if people still get buckets on it, they'll be all right.
Craig, talk to me. Of course, big change in the NBA, as Brandon just mentioned. Just the texture of the basketball, the feel of the basketball is something that's very unique and necessary for, especially for shooters and ball handlers. You catch like the Kyrie Irvings and Steph Currys of the world. What are your thoughts on the NBA making this big move?
I mean, I think they can get used to it pretty quickly. I mean, as much as they probably shoot during the day, you got people like LeBron, Steph, Dame, CP3, people like that. They probably take about 2,000-3,000 shots a day. I mean, they'll get used to it. They'll get used to it. It shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see who the real shooters are now. You know what I'm saying? If you can shoot with anything, you can shoot with anything. I bet Larry Bird ain't gonna complain. But we'll see how everything go. But I definitely want to see if there's like a difference in like some of the players that we watch. There's a difference in their game, different in their numbers. More turnovers, less turnovers. You never know. I like to see the difference between some players and how they do with each ball.
I was definitely surprised and taken back this morning. I posted a few comments about the actual change that was taking place. Saw it abruptly yesterday on social media, and then I actually got the email from the NBA stating that it wasn't just the NBA, that it would be the WNBA and all of the leagues associated with it, saying that they were all making the change. One thing that did stand out to me, and that I think would be very very interesting. I don't know if money was involved, if this was something that had to do with a financial purpose, but with the NBA losing that money from China, and with China recently making the comments and saying that they still plan on not airing NBA games, there may be a lot of partnerships that switch up, in my opinion, over the next few years, and even unfortunately with the coronavirus, the COVID-19 situation that's transpiring right now, certain TV deals aren't met and things of that nature. Players' revenues will be compromised as well.
Except for
So,
5 people.
yeah, except for a few smart cats, and you got to give a big nod to LeBron and his Rich Paul, his agents, Steph Curry and his agents. A couple
Shout out John Wall.
couple
Oh, John Wall been eating.
who got that money up front, so it won't be too much damage. As the gentleman mentioned, just to briefly wrap this period up on Wilson, as we look at the balls behind us right now, the Wilson ball, it is a pretty sharp, premium, leather basketball, and we have seen it is a ball that's used in the collegiate level. So it's not a ball for cats who have played in NCAA or played college basketball. It's not something that their hands, their grips they won't be familiar with. But I do just think the financial aspect could be something. I'd be very interested to see what the numbers are like. Was there some type of deal? Is this something like going from Walmart to Target? One of those type situations, one of those type partnerships where Wilson just came in with a number that the NBA couldn't resist. Looking forward, they both plans for the future, looking forward to see. And then I'm also interested to see globally will other leagues continue to use spars, in the Chinese league, the Euro league, things of that nature. Will they continue to use the spar in basketball, or will they go to Wilson as well? So
We'll see.
that's the thing. We're gonna move on to our next topic and get